Good morning, everyone. Once again, let's start the application of compound interest formula. First, we will see the application of compound interest formula. After that, we will again come back to the discussion on exercise 8.3. In that application, first application is finding the population. Suppose someone says that right now population is this much and the increasing rate is this percent. So what is the population after these many years? You can use the formula of compound interest to find the coming population in future. Similarly, if someone is saying that population is decreasing at this percent, tell me what is the population after 10 years. You can find using the formula of compound interest. Similarly, the growth of bacteria. Prisha is saying, my voice is glitching. Class, please confirm. Is everything fine? Just type fine. Prisha, you have some issue. All are typing fine. Please check your connection. Now the next one is bacterial growth. We know bacteria grow in millions in very fast speed. They also, I think I started the recording better. Recording is started better. They also grow with the formula of compound interest. You can find their growth. The third one is finding depreciation in prices. Depreciation in price. Okay, you buy a scooter today. After 1 year, what will be its price? That is known as its depreciation. Okay, now let's start the first question on population. Example number 14. Class. Yes, beta, Harshul. The population of a city was 20,000 in year 1997. So in year 1997, population is given to you as 20,000. Sir, voice is low. Again, Soham, everything is fine. Everything is fine from my side. Use earphone, use good quality connection, use Ethernet cable. Try to be complete from your side, beta. All are saying it is fine. In year 1997, we have this much population. It is increasing at a rate of 5% per annum. So rate of increase is given to you. As it is increasing, we will take plus 5% per annum. If it was decreasing, we would have taken minus 5% per annum. Okay. Now they are asking, find the population at the end of year 2000. So at end of year 2000, population is how much? Class, it's very easy. We have to just find through. There are two ways. Either you can find year wise or you can find directly by the formula of compound interest. Okay, there are two ways. Either you can find year by year. How? Suppose this year it is 20,000, 1997. In next year, you will have 5% increase. Now 5% is given by 5 upon 100 into 20,000. Cut the zeros. You will get 1,000. So increase of 1,000. That means in 1998, the population becomes 21,000. Okay, I am trying to show you the both the ways. Now tell me, in the year 1999, what will be the principal? We will take this as principal, the new one. So again, after increase of 5%, what will we get? Cut the zeros. 5 ones are 5, 5 to the 10. So now the increase is 1050. It becomes 22050. Now comes the last year, year 2000. Again, we will find 5% increase on the previous year population. Sir, why can't we do 15%? No, beta. It is a question of compound interest. Here the principal needs to be changing. Okay, we cannot take like that. Now see this one, it becomes, if it was a simple interest question, then you could have done. In compound interest, you cannot do. So now it becomes 5 upon 100 into 22050, and if you solve this, you will get 0 cancel. What will you get, beta? Please tell me. You will get 23152.5. 23152.5. But population cannot be in decimals, so we will take an approximate value and we will say it is 23153. That's it. Sir, can we do this question by SI? No, Harshul, you cannot do by SI. Try to understand. Let's see why it is a question of compound interest. Suppose there was one person, class, suppose there was one person, he became two in 1 year. Now these two will become 4. These 4 became 8. So it is acting like this. So the principal is changing. Earlier principal was 1. Now principal is 2. Principal is 4. Principal is 8. It is keep on changing. That is why we are applying compound interest for population, but not simple interest. Class, Harshul, I hope you are able to understand why we cannot use. Sir, if we have to find 1 year, then we can use SI. Yes, beta. I have told you for 1 year, compound interest as well as simple interest are same. For 1 year, compound interest and simple interest are same. But only for 1 year, the first year. Now, let's find the answer using formula. We have the population as 20,000 in year 1997. So we can take principal as, class, our principal is 20,000. Tell me what is the time period, beta? What is the time period? Class, tell me the time. We want to check the population in year 2000. Tell me what is the time period? Yes, because 2000 minus 1997 is 3 years. We want to check after 3 years what is the population. So we will use the formula of compound interest, that is amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r upon 100 power n. Now put the value. P is 20,000, 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole power 3. Now solve this. What will we get? 20,000 into 105 upon 100, 105 upon 100, 105 upon 100. Now 2 zeros and this 0 cancel. This 0 also cancel. We have got this thing. If you multiply these 3 and 2, you will get the answer as 23152.5. This will be your population after 3 years. Class, I hope you are able to understand how we have utilized the concept of compound interest to find the population after some years. Yes, class? I hope you are able to understand this thing. Please answer. Class, please answer. Similarly, if there is a decrease in population, class, similarly, if there is a decrease in population, suppose question was that 1997 population is 20,000 and the rate of decrease. Suppose some what you say pandemic is there, some pandemic is there like COVID, the rate of decrease is given to you as 5% per annum. Now what will happen, this time the formula will change, this R will be negative. So in our formula it will become A is equal to P into 1 minus R upon 100 power n. So class, everything is same, but because it is a depreciation, it is a decrease, so we will make the rate as negative and the formula becomes 1 minus R upon 100. Okay, it is similar, only thing is the change in sign, that's it. Now let's see what happens to our television after 1 year. What happens to the value of our television? Let's see. Now we are doing depreciation of products. Depreciation of products. You purchase motorcycle, you purchase cycle, everything after a year the value depreciates. By how much? Let's see. A TV was bought, example number 15, page number 133. A TV was bought at a price of rupees 21,000. So principal is given to you as rupees 21,000. After 1 year, the value of the TV was depreciated by 5%. So rate of depreciation is given to you. How much? 5%. Find the value of TV after 1 year. So we have to find in time 1 year value of TV. Class, in this case what will we do? The formula will be, write the formula, amount will be given by principal into 1 minus R upon 100 power n. Why minus? Because this is a depreciation. Here we are reducing the price. Class, are you able to understand this question? What is depreciation, class? Are you able to understand? Easy. Now just put the value. Principal is 21,000. 1 minus R is 5 upon 100 power 1. Now if you solve this, you will get. Acha, Harshul is asking, why do minus in depreciation? But obviously if it is depreciating, that means it needs to reduce, है ना? That is why we are doing minus. Obvious. The rate is negative. The rate is negative now. So we have got 21,000 into 95 upon 100. 2 zeros cut. So what can we say for increase? Increase is increment or appreciation. We say it appraisal, like that. And this is decrement. In an office, some people have appraisals, they have increment in their salary. Some people have depreciation, decrement in their salary. In school, some students have increment in their marks in new class. Some students have depreciation in their marks in the new class. It is like that only. Okay. Now let's take your doubts. Now ask your doubts, class. In which question you have doubt, please ask. Exercise 8.3, ask your doubts. Yesterday I couldn't upload the video of solution. Today I will try. Joel saying question number 2, but Joel, it is already done, beta. Question number 6, Vardhan. Joel, question number 2 is already done. No, it is not done. Not done. Let us do question number 2. Okay, let's do question number 2 and question number 6. Today's doubts. You have to help me in the calculation, class. Harshul saying no doubts. Okay, you have done, just saying. Okay, that means it is done. You can do it again on your own. Yesterday we have done it. Now question number 6, I guess. Okay, Bhavya is saying question number 4. Question number 4. Bhavya, question number 4 is same as question number 3, beta. A person is borrowing some money at SI as well as compound interest. Rachit is asking question number. Beta Rachit, what are you asking? Rachit, please ask the question. Rachit, don't type this. Example 15. Yes, beta. What doubt you have in this? Rachit, please ask. We just have found the depreciation, nothing else. The formula was P into 1 minus R upon 100. That's it. Do one thing, try to solve it today. And again, if you're not getting it, tomorrow we will discuss it. Okay? It is simple question, beta. Let's see question number 6. Question number 6. Arif took a loan of rupees 80,000 from a bank. So the principal is given to you as rupees 80,000. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, so rate of interest is 10% per annum, find the difference in amount he would be paying after 1.5 years. So time is 1.5 year. There are two cases. First case is compounding annually. And second case is when he is compounding half yearly. We have to see which case is beneficial for him. Class? Now tell me, if principal is 80,000 rupees, rate of interest is 10%, time is this thing, what change we will find in compounding annually? Class, we all know in compounding annually, we don't change the rate of interest and time. They will remain the same. So first we will find, compound interest for first year. We have time of 1.5 year. First we will find for 1 year. So compound interest for first year is given by, yes beta, Joel, good. So for the first year, it will give you amount P into 1 plus R upon 100 power N. Put the formula. P is 80,000. 1 plus 10 upon 100 power 1. Now cut the 0. What will come? 80,000 into 11 upon 10. That's it. We have got 88,000. But we will do, wait for that. So class, we have found after 1 year compounding annually, we have got an amount of rupees 88,000. Yes class? Now tell me what is the interest in 1 year? What is the interest? Tell me what is the interest for first year? Amount minus principal, that is rupees 88,000 minus 80,000, rupees 8,000. So we have got an interest of rupees 8,000 in 1 year. Now how much time is remaining, class? We have found for 1 year. How much time is remaining? Half year is remaining. So now we'll find for half year. You can do it by simple interest or by my formula also. Let's find for remaining half year. For remaining half year, the new principal is P new is equal to 88,000. Tell me what is the new rate of interest, class? Tell me the new rate of interest for half year. For complete year, the interest rate was 10%. For half year, it will be 10 upon 2, that is 5%. Now we can find the interest easily. So interest is given by rate percent upon 100 into P new. Put the value 5 upon 100 multiplied with 88,000. What is the answer, class? 500, 5 8s are 40, 44. So we have got a interest of rupees 4,400. That means total interest is given by 8,000 plus 4,400, that is 12,000, sorry, 004. Yes, the total interest obtained is 12,000. No, sorry, one mistake. I've taken it as 80. Na? It is 0,000. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. ठीक तो है बेटा? Class, this is the interest that we have obtained in 1.5 year, 12,400. Now see this case. That's why I am stuck. Okay. Now see the second case when we are compounding half yearly. Now tell me, in compounding half yearly, what will be the change in time? Class, in compounding half yearly, what is the change in time? But both are okay. One second. Rachit, in the last case, compounding annually, I have found compound interest of first year. Then for remaining half year, I have done this thing. That's it. Okay. Second case is also compound interest because we have changed the principal. Whenever you change the principal, it is a case of compound interest. Okay. Now, in this case of compounding half yearly, the n becomes 2 times time period, which is 2 into 3 upon 2, that is 3 half years. Second thing, the rate of interest will become half, which is 10 upon 2, 5%. Now we are ready with the new interest rate, with the new time period and principal. And the formula is CI is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 power N. Now what will we get? CI is equal to, how much is P? P is 80,000 rupees. 1 plus 5 upon 100 power 3. Again we will have 80,000 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. Sorry, it is amount. Thank you. This is formula of amount. Sorry. Okay. So what will we get? 0, 0 cancel. This 0 cancel. We have got 8 into 105 into 105 into 105 upon 100. Tell me the answer, class. What will we get by multiplying these four? Yes, Joel, it is amount. Class, please tell me, what will you get after multiplying 105 3 times with 8? Please answer. 92610. 92610. Are you sure? Okay, Harshul is saying 92610, two more zeros from his side. Let me check. We have 105 into 105 into 105 into 8. Yes, we will get 9261,000. Upon 100, two zeros will cancel, and we got the answer as amount is equal to 92610. That means the interest is given by amount minus principal. Amount is 92610 minus 80,000. Tell me what is the answer, class? How much interest he has to give when compounded half yearly? How much interest? Very good, Vedant. Answer is 12610. Now tell me, in which case he has to pay more interest? In the case of compounding half yearly. Yes, class. Question number 6. We have seen he has to pay more when he is doing compounding half yearly. Yes, it's correct. Now, next doubt, please ask. Class, any doubts in this question? One time show how you got 3 in place of n. Okay. Vardhan, in compounding half yearly, we have to see what is time given to you. They have told you time is 1.5 years. It can be taken as 3 upon 2 years. So, if you try to understand, in a complete year, there are 2 half years. In 1.5 years, there will be 3 half years. Vardhan, what I have done is, I have multiplied it with 2. So, I got 3 half years. That's it. Okay? Try to understand. In 1.5 years, there are 18 months. And when you divide it by this 3, that is 6 months each, no? So we will get 3 as the answer. I hope you got this now. In half yearly, we multiply the time with 2 and we divide the rate with 2. In quarterly, we multiply time with 4 and divide the rate by 4. Okay? Now, next doubt, anyone? Please ask. Please unmute me. Okay. First, let me close this because time is almost up. 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
Can you stop the recording?